ones who came to help you, please go to the lowest student at the front to report for duty. I repeat, please go to the...
Ah, welcome. Did you come here on Cloud Rider number 7 with Hao Tsang? No wonder you were so fast. Devastators? So that's what you call those half-human, half-demon terrors? No matter what they're called. Fortunately, General Qing Yang and the Berserker students were able to stop them in time. And the Grand Master also returned in a hurry. Now we have almost completely destroyed the Devastators and the Blight Beasts. At the moment, Grand Master Ying Mofeng is at the Memorial of Loyal Souls and is organizing our next steps. It would be best for you to go to the Grand Master and follow his instructions.
You have learnt Light Sprint. Press W twice to sprint.
Ah, you must be the gifted student, our upcoming talent. The Valley of 100 Grasses will be invincible with you at our side. I see you have found your way to the Qin League as a stroke of great fortune. But that sword is no easy burden. Its former bearer was a trained swordmaster, and yet now he lies dead in the Qin Mausoleum. The demons are powerful. Good. Outstanding. Yes, it's also known as negative qi. Though qi itself is neither good nor bad. But there are some who use it for evil deeds. Let's discuss these things later. We've only pushed them back for the moment. And the Blight Beasts are poisoning everything around them. They leave the earth scorched wherever they rampage. Chorchensu village has already suffered heavily. Fortunately, there weren't many Blight Beasts, and we were able to defeat them all. Only a few Devastators are left, prowling Chorchensu village. But the biggest problem is the 3 magical formations. Normally, the Valley of 100 Grasses is surrounded by a barrier, which is extremely hard for enemies to break through. But now, they've managed to place 3 magical formations in Chorchensu village. That weakened our barrier, and allowed the Blight Beasts and Devastators to invade the Valley of 100 Grasses. Our Mohist scriptmaster, Haijotsu, the Shadow Elder of Magic, is puzzling out a method for destroying the enemy formations right now. But he's already very old. Perhaps you can be of help to him. Hao Tsang sounded very serious when he mentioned the Devastators, and he didn't know where they could have come from.
I'm too old. I can't even use the formulas from Hidden Treasures of the Ancestors. We can only place our hopes in Chen Xing's automaton. Exactly. The automaton needs huge amounts of soul stones, however, and the reserves we have aren't enough. We need to acquire yellow soul stones from the stone sprites of the plateau of the Tiger's Paw. That's very kind of you. Tianxing has already set out for Churchenzi village, and the Shadow Elder of Automata, Jun Tianmu, is currently working on the core module for the improved ballista. If you'd like to help, collect some yellow soul stones and take them to the automaton scholar called Mogun, who is waiting up ahead at the crossroads.
Elder High, what is so special about this magical formation?
According to my weary memory, this formation was set up with the ancient runes of the Plague Goddess. It can absorb dark chi from every direction and is therefore called Darkness Defeats Light. Now, however, the magic power of the Valley of 100 Grasses is fed by light chi, as are the Curse Barrier and the sacred weapons of Shenong. That is why our first attempts to break the formation were in vain. In theory, light and dark chi are like the ebb and flow of the tides. If one becomes stronger, the other loses power. We should be able to break the formations with a huge amount of light chi. Thanks to the poisonous blood of the blight beasts, the area surrounding the enemy formations have been filled with dark chi, but the Moist's magic feeds on nature.
Thus, it'll be difficult to apply enough strong magic in this contaminated area.
It doesn't look good for us. Fortunately, Yue Chenxing, a lieutenant from the engineers, has designed a powerful ballista. It just needs to be charged with enough soul force. Then it can generate a soul fire and use that to detonate the formations.
Right-click the equipment to equip it.
Elder High, what is so special about this magical formation?
According to my weary memory, this formation was set up with the ancient runes of the Plague Goddess. It can absorb dark chi from every direction and is therefore called Darkness Defeats Light. Now, however, the magic power of the Valley of 100 Grasses is fed by light chi, as are the Curse Barrier and the sacred weapons of Shenong. That is why our first attempts to break the formation were in vain. In theory, light and dark chi are like the ebb and flow of the tides. If one becomes stronger, the other loses power. We should be able to break the formations with a huge amount of Qi. Thanks to the poisonous blood of the Blight Beasts, the area surrounding the enemy formations have been filled with dark Qi. But the Moist's magic feeds on nature.
Thus, it'll be difficult to apply enough strong magic in this contaminated area.
It doesn't look good for us. Fortunately, Lunar Chenxing, a lieutenant from the engineers, has designed a powerful ballista. It just needs to be charged with enough soul force. Then it can generate a soul fire and use that to detonate the formation.
Did Elder Hai send you to bring the yellow soul stones? Good, you can take them to Elder Jun Shangmu. He's already waiting impatiently at the Graveyard of Martyrs. Oh yes, you don't know yet. Elder Jun Shangmu and I were just building the core module in the nearby Yuang village. But then that stone sprite suddenly stormed into the village. Fortunately, Shang Feiyu, also known as the Cloudbreaker Swallow, came to our aid along with the Berserker students. They escorted us to the Graveyard of Martyrs, together with the villagers.
People nearby are also...
Yenza, just explain what has to be done. Nobody will
These
say no.
runes are completely different.
Yellow soul stones. This amount should be enough, but the quality is substandard. I fear the soul force isn't pure enough.
Ah, so you're the one who flew here on Cloud Rider number 7. Well then, if Hao Tsang trusts you...
The stone sprite that devastated Yuang village belonged to the peaceful stone giants who I've been training in cultivation for 100 years. The dark Qi drove them to madness.
Ah, yes. I guess so.
Very good. Now we're just missing a frost soulstone. Then we'll have all 5 soulstones together, and we can light the soul fire. Miss Ying, what did you just say? How can we get hold of the frost soulstone?
Frost soulstones come from the frost foxes that live on Panorama Hill. They're actually not hard to get hold of. Our problem, however, is that the Devastators recently invaded there and injured a number of the animals. Those creatures have been living in the Valley of 100 Grasses for generations and consider it their territory. They're like part of our family and basically very trusting. If you help them to heal their wounds, they'll give you frost soulstones in gratitude. I have a healing paste for my spirit animal here. Take it with you and use it to treat the fox's wounds.
Wait a moment. Once you've collected enough frost soulstones, take them together with the yellow soulstone and this core module to the lieutenant of the Astral Sea Division, Mo Hong Hyu. You'll find her at the entrance to Tiansu village.
Oh, yeah. Those frost foxes are masters in camouflaging themselves. They hide in tall grasses. You'll have to look for them carefully.
Members of the Astral Sea Division obeyed the order, and the entire army was split into 3 divisions. Who are you? You must be the highly promising up-and-coming talent that Hao Tsung mentioned. If these weren't exceptional circumstances, I'd love to talk to you at greater length. Well, these soul stones, plus the 2 Shangfei Yu just sent. Now all that's missing is the Orchid Soulstone that I'm responsible for. I have to stop those Devastators trying to storm the Valley of 100 Grasses. Would you go to the North River for me and look for the missing soldiers? Tsang just said that if the blasting automaton doesn't work, Lieutenant Yu can interpret the soul force of the magical formations directly with his family's unnamed sword.
That damn Devastators!
Quick! That's the Orchid Brook Soulstone mentioned in Lieutenant Mo's orders. Even if it's just a fragment, please return the Soulstone to her and tell her that as soon as I've got my strength back, I'll join her right away and admit to my failure.
Will you take it for Lieutenant
Understood. I'm going to send some people to bring back the wounded brother. Lieutenant Yu is with Bai Xin, the Huaishuang sword-bearer in Chujiansu village. They're preparing to destroy the magical formation of the Devastators. Hao Tsang is currently preparing to bring the core module and the 4 other soulstones to the village. Run to him quickly before he sets off, and give him the Orchid Soulstone too.
This is a healing potion that can relieve pain and stop bleeding. And this is Huayu powder for treating external injuries. I also sewed together an herbal scent pouch for you. It's a talisman that keeps poisons and all evil at bay.
I'm just going to help you, Chen-Xing. And you almost cleaned out Elder Shao's entire apothecary. But that scent pouch... It smells just like the sleeves of your clothes. I will always carry it with me.
Good. That eases my mind a little.
Oh, yes, Qing'er. There's something else that I wanted you... No, it's not important now. Let's talk about it when I'm back. And you'll take care of yourself, won't you?
There's no need to worry. I'm a healer, after all.
That's true. I'll get going now, then.
All right. Please come back soon. I'll be waiting for you at home.
It's you. Very well done. Now we have everything together. I'll go to you, Chen-Xing, and then we'll use the Soul Fire Automaton to detonate the enemy's magical formations. Follow me.
Your face is like thunder. I can see you're not fine. You're not going anywhere like that.
If I told you to go home now and get some rest instead of tending to the poisoning victims from the village, would you listen to me?
Me?
Fine, Qing'er. Don't worry. I'll be back. It's urgent. I have to go now.
Tsang, I think something's wrong with him. I need to ask you something. Please follow Hao Tsang and see how he's doing. I've been learning the medicinal arts of the Moists ever since I was a child, and I can see that this is no ordinary wound. I am his wife. He can't hide anything from me. What if... I can't wait until he returns. I beg you, protect him. I climb the southern mountain and pick fresh Asmunda shoots there. I'm so sad. I can't see my beloved.
It's dangerous here, children. What are you looking for? So you're looking for Hao Tsang? Look, these are the remains of one of the magical formations. Hao Tsang just called it the Nine Dragon Formation. He and Ye Qianxing managed to blow it up. They're already on their way to the next formation. Don't worry, Ye Qianxing's automaton will destroy this Nine Dragon Formation with ease, so there's no need to rush. Not so fast. Now that you're here, you can help me eliminate the remaining devastators around here first. And the residual negative chi needs to be destroyed too. Look at me. I am a Lushu in the form of a human master, and I still can't fight very well. But I can teach you a spell to expel the negative chi.
Hao Tsang is still highly skilled. He blew up the formation faster than I could blink.
My little friend, you learn fast and are very skilled. There's just one more thing. Do you see the rune of the Plague Goddess there in the eye of the formation? I have been suppressing it for a long time using Shenong's secret magic. If you go to the rune and speak this spell again, you can destroy it for good. Haotsang says the 9-dragon formation was created using dark arts from the 7 realms. He's still so young, and has already been through such a lot. Well done. By the way, is that the sword mana of the damaged sword you've got there? Oh, you've just been to the Sword Sanctum, am I right? How quickly time flies. A moment passes by and already the second battle in the Qin Mausoleum is 30 years in the past. I can still remember the first battle well. 900 years ago, when the Swordmasters sacrificed their lives to beat back the Eternal Army. With a young, up-and-coming talent such as you, perhaps the hope of the 3 Swordmasters and the immortal Yao Qi will be fulfilled. I will pray that you are always protected on your journey and return in one piece. Well, since you're now protected by a famous sword, you'd better be on your way to the next 9-dragon formation. The experience you've gained today will pay off in the Battle of the Qin Mausoleum. If my master was still alive, then these beasts would have been beaten long ago already.
That's a blight beast! Careful! Its blood is poisonous! Don't touch it! Agreed. We'll hold down the beasts while you quickly insert the core module in Chen Xing's automaton and activate it with the power of the Soul Stone. No matter, Chen Xing. Lieutenant Yu will tell you what to do.
Oh, aren't you the new hope of the Qin League? Your reputation precedes you.
Instead of praising others, you should think about the unnamed sword you got from Master Yue. If only you liked sword practice more.
Haotsang, we should concentrate on what's most important right now.
Enough talking. We need to hurry. Not even all our forces combined can stop that beast for long.
You're right, Weiwei. I've already calibrated the mechanical warrior and set the firing angle. Now we just have to awaken the soul force. To do that, activate the 5 soul stones in the automaton's core module. The sword is full of negative chi and will affect people's consciousnesses. Be careful.
No. 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 I'm a Moist. Please, the sword. I can't. Wait. Just give me more time. More... Teacher. Xingar. Teacher. Tell your father that the things he wants will come a little later.
Haotsang? Where are you going?
Haotsang, come back now. We can't control that guy anymore.
You took the Qinchi seal, which is the key for the automaton lock. Haotsang, stop!
totally killed.
Be careful! It's Mei Jia. I saw her on Taihua Mountain. She's very powerful.
You do know something.
Damn it.
Tianqing, control yourself.
Finally, you're awake! Hao Tsang, that bastard! What the hell has gotten into him? I'll go and find him now and ask him some serious questions. Wait, that blight beast didn't injure you, did it?
I'm fine.
Good. The third formation may have disappeared along with Mei Jia, but there are still some devastators and negative chi.
Don't worry. Leave it to me.
That's how I know my Weiwei. Then I'll go look for Hao Tsang now. Quickly, ride the mechanical deluge dragon back to the Memorial of Loyal Souls. Report what just happened to the Grand Master.
Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast.
Mei Jia has appeared and Hao Tsang has vanished at the same time. That can't be a coincidence. The Grand Master has just received a message. Someone has entered the Temple of Wisdom. The Temple of Wisdom is a place of huge significance for the Moists, so the Grand Master has left for the temple immediately to see what is going on. If you consider that the disaster in Chershen's village happened at almost the same time, yes, I fear there is connection between these two events. You witnessed the attack on Chershen's village. Please hurry to the Temple of Wisdom and inform the Grand Master.
The one fighting with the Grandmaster is Major?
Stay calm. Protecting the Hall of Wisdom first is more important.
Yes!
Aha. Then it all makes sense. The attack on Churchensa village and the breaking into the Temple of Wisdom here are just a diversion. You still don't get it? The enemy's true objective is the unnamed sword from Yue Palace. If he really is involved, then the Moist Magistrate will punish him for it. Junxiang Mu reacted much the same. Whether he is our friend or foe doesn't change the fact that Hao Tsang is at Yue Palace right now. Go there and find out the truth yourself. Yes. If you could help us to put out this big fire while you're heading over there, we would be very grateful. Use this rain rune to do so. It will let you summon short rain showers to smother the flames.
weapons are sharp and freshly whetted. You really must be very careful when making your choice.
So, you came too. Good. Don't go inside. Lieutenant Yue said that he wanted to clear up this matter with Hao Tsang alone. Oh no, maybe Qian Xing is no match for him. Okay, go and help Qian Xing. But getting inside the palace isn't going to be easy. Perhaps you'll have to fight your way through demons blocking your way. Good luck! I'll guard the outer area in the meantime.
Lieutenant Yue and the Weishuang sword are hiding in the treasury on the upper floor of the Yue Palace. Hao Tsang also went in there. When we saw Hao Tsang's strange look, we wanted to stop him, but he was too strong and hurt us.
You all right?
没事，但浩苍他很不对劲。
Stop playing. Get the sword.
我家的无名之剑，你别碰它。
When I was 15, my father gave me the unnamed sword and admonished me to keep it safe. If he knew I had lost the sword, he would wring my neck. No, I'll have to fetch Hao Tsang back.
You're injured.
I'm still alive, and that's enough.
I'm coming with you.
We'll leave the remaining Devastators in the temple to you.
Hao Tsang, why did you come here? Where is Chen Qing?
The holy tree of Shen Nong. Could it withstand the blow of the divine sword of Fu Shi?
Duck, quick! Ah! Daddy! Brother Hao Tsang! You!
I've severely damaged the Lunar Crown tree. Father's mission was already completed. Those people are all headed straight into their own graves. We could also do that later.
Stay calm. We will repair the barrier of the Lunar Crown tree together.
Now entering vehicle mode, you have acquired special vehicle skills. Take the prompt and press Q to attack the target. Drag the mouse to adjust the camera.
The Lunar Crown Tree has been damaged. The Valley of 100 Grasses is facing the greatest crisis in its history. I don't know if the Grand Master will be able to find a solution for it. Then it means the end. Hey, inform the Grand Master about the location of Lieutenant Yue and place these automata in the Lunar Crown Pond to cleanse the water of the Devastator's negative chi. The Yue Palace was...
等级不足。等级不足。
Mohist, Grandmaster. What?
Buds bloom and then wither away. She got infected by the Blight Beast poison while she was healing the wounded. Back when Qing'er and Haotsang had their wedding, the flowers were blooming and thriving so magnificently in the Valley of 100 Grasses. I never thought that so much could change in a year.
Father. Master. Haotsang. Has he still not returned? Wait. Patiently. Please, go to the Lunar Crown Pond and collect a handful of lunar lotus seeds for me. An old recipe for a strong medicine. I've never actually tried it before, but I don't have a choice. The medicine is my last chance.
Grandmaster, the Blight Beast's poison is too potent. The Lunar Crown Tree won't be able to withstand it much longer.
The Valley of 100 Grasses is no longer up to this situation. It looks like it's time to call on the Qin League. Where is Venerable Lilani?
She's already on the way to Cloud Rise to put together a rescue plan with Master Kunwutze.
Thank you for bringing us this warning so swiftly. Come with us to Cloud Rise. You can ride up front on the Lushu.
Elder Chow, you just said that Qing'er.
It's quite windy up here. Hold on tight.
You don't need to rush. Come and tell me who you're looking for. Since the Valley Master of the Valley of 100 Grasses has invited you, please proceed through Yingshen Gate. What's the matter? Do you still have questions? Oh, I almost forgot this is your first time here. Since the era of the immortal Lan Yaoqi 900 years ago, we have worked tirelessly to improve Cloudrise. That's why we have such beautiful buildings and breathtaking landscapes. It really is very easy to get lost if you don't have any guidance. Beyond the Yingshen Gate is the Lotus Terrace, where the white lotus grows. Its fragrance is divine and it calms the mind. It might well be Cloudrise's most precious treasure. And beyond the Lotus Terrace lies the Yaoxian Palace, named after the immortal. It is the most precious location in Cloudrise. The principal elders meet there to discuss important matters. Oh yes, the Qin League will be there too.
Here. I appear to have been here before. Originally, it was...
Unfortunately, I can't come. I'm in a secret realm. Sorry.
Very kind of you, Chenren. The Taihua instance is very important. Of course, you must pay great attention to it.
Indeed. The Lunar Crown Tree may not be ignored. I've already heard about the business with Churchin-Sur village from the Grand Summoner.
I never would have thought the Blight Beast is so poisonous that even the Divine Tree of Shenong would not be able to resist.
Valley Master, how is the Lunar Crown Tree?
Although many protectors are working together, the Lunar Crown Tree has temporarily lost its soul consciousness. I'll discuss Taihua Mountain and the Valley of 100 Grasses are thousands of leagues apart, yet they were attacked one after the other by the Devastators under the leadership
how is the
of
Taihua instance?
That can't be a
There are no
coincidence.
problems at the moment. But the 10-year reinforcement deadline is approaching, and no one knows. Everything is complicated today. Not just Mei Jia, but the Devastators, full of negative qi, also really surprise me.
Yes, Chenren. The most urgent thing right now is to find out
Grandmaster!
where these devastators come from.
Lieutenant Yu, what's happened?
I've heard that you've ordered the Moist to seize Hao Tsang. Why didn't you tell me?
Jianqing.
I can clearly distinguish between the righteousness and the small affection. Besides, what he took away was the nameless sword of my family. Don't worry, I'll bring back Hao Tsang. It's all solely because of him that my Chinger is always so worried about him. The unnamed sword is a treasure which has been passed down throughout... Indeed.
When the Master left us, she left behind countless texts. They have been accumulated and arranged by scholars over the last 900 years. Now there are as many ancient scriptures in the Langhuan Pavilion as there are stars in the sky. It's not easy finding records of the Devastators and negative Qi in such a short time. Go to the Langhuan Pavilion and ask the scholar Chang Shuefeng for clues.
Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast.
With Shenren Shisha in the city, I wouldn't...
Devastators. Negative Qi. Second shelf on the left, third compartment, volume number 5. Check in the 5th chapter.
Play Goddess? The Grand Master and the Grand... That doesn't sound good. Luckily, you're already here in Cloudrise.
The Bladeheart Fragment has been weakened by the passage of time. It hasn't been able to bind itself to your spirit completely. Its soul force is almost exhausted, and it has retreated deep into your subconsciousness. If you are unable to get it back soon, I fear it will disperse completely. There's one thing. As long as Zhenren Shisha agrees.
But Shenren Shisha comes and goes like the wind. She hasn't been seen for days.
Have you forgotten that he has been traveling for a long time and hasn't been heard from for a while now?
Oh, you two. That does make matters a little more challenging. All right, meditate on this a while. Moja, Sujie, and I will help you to stabilize the Bladeheart so that it doesn't become scattered. How are you? You were contaminated with so much negative chi in the Valley of 100 Grasses. You should count yourself lucky that it doesn't scatter immediately. And you still expect it to romp around happily?
Of course the Master can help him. It's just that this spell to get rid of the negative chi...
Wait. Di Wang's sacrifice formation is very complex and requires special materials. Luckily, some of them are stored in Cloudrise. Go straight to Chaotong Palace and ask Tang Kan for them. That'll save you having to look all over the place for them. One red flame. Once...
Cannot be cast.
That bloody Tong Khan always keeps getting me into trouble. But these three things you're asking for are no... Ah, to hell with it. I'll remind you of that if necessary.
You need the Phoenix Breath Jade? I'm afraid I don't have enough of it myself right now. It's all their fault. The Phoenix Breath Jade I've just received ended up in their bellies before it could even get warm in my hands. If you... That's even better then. Take this Jade Shard. You should be able to use it to lure out those gelatinous beasts.
Cannot be cast. Cannot be used. Cannot be cast.
I have made countless weapons before. Here you go. 2 pieces of the Phoenix Breath Jade are yours.
Click on the interface with the left mouse button to show the information on this quest.
Well then, let's... You are in your own soul world. Free your spirit from negative chi. But don't worry, there's another.
The sacred valley where Cloudrise is located is enormous. The whole of Shenzhou would fit inside it. To facilitate communication between the various schools of the Qin League, they built bases near Cloudrise. They are constantly guarded. New students can return to their respective schools from the plateau of torrential fog.
yours. Master.
Once you're holding it in...
My master likes this. What you'll hold.
Court?
Yes!
If you two keep bickering, I'll make you guard the fire pit for a month. You now have the Lunar Mirror of Distant Dreams. If you're lucky, you'll be able to use pets to connect to it and visit unexplored places. And you can even use it to work out the future from the present and the past. I'll cast the spell for you this time. It'll be helpful.
Learned the art from Master Chungyang, and these masters here are no match for him, let alone you.
Yes, you're right, but you need to look on the bright side. Back then, the master saw that you were talented and took you on as a student. But nobody could have guessed you'd spend all the time being so insolent. You never study or practice diligently.
Yeah, I know. You're too grouchy. It'll give you wrinkles.
The PvP duel takes place in a month. If you get cold feet before then, the master will have a suitable punishment.
Why have you come?
Hey? My big brother let me come here. At the end of the duel, you landed a powerful blow on my Tai... At the end of the duel, you landed a powerful blow on my Tai Bai and Shenmai acupuncture points. Was it not your intention that I come to the peak of Tai Bai at the appointed time?
Sword techniques are easy to learn, but beautiful jade is seldom seen. These are my handwritten notes. Study them carefully.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Major disaster is coming. Spell sword students, I beg you to take greater care of them.
Cannot be used.
There's a real resonance.
You've only been here for a short...
This jade mine has been flooded for years. They say that you you started quite late with your
不必心急，待你准备完毕，再来寻我便是。
I learned, apparently, it's possible to control the sword mana even when it is 1,000 miles away. And since the foundation of the Taiwa school, Yi Yang has been the only student to learn this art, at the age of 31 at that.
The smell of medicine. Is Master Xingzhao nearby? Your name seems so familiar, after just a few years. When I praise you, you don't need to be so humble. Since Grandmaster Zhengyang... Although it is a tradition...
The spell sword has 9 prescience tricks for revealing everything.
Bladestone works best in melee combat. Once activated, it vibrates with sword mana. When practicing the 9 secrets of the spell swords, it is important not just to learn from one another, but also to practice the core skills. It is absolutely essential to practice meditation, breathing, and focus every day. Wow, that was fast. The one who was imprisoned and talk about that later. The one... Now go back and tell Jing Yu that I will decide on your sword selection ceremony.
Now let's learn about basic skills. Chi is restored automatically over time. It is restored instantly when performing level 3 of Mysterious Swords. Consume sword mana to use the core ability Concussion Sword.
Cannot be cast.
You can charge Cloud Dragon Strike by holding down the button. Cloud Dragon Strike will consume Sword Intent when charging. The more Sword Intent consumed, the higher the damage. So try to cast the skill when you have 5 Sword Intent.